Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. I have to tell you, these first few weeks of the NFL season have been anything but predictable. The Chicago Bears, a team that's been rebuilding and retooling for the last couple of years, are showing some interesting signs of life, but also some surprises that could shake up the entire NFC North. And at the center of some of this buzz is a name that, not too long ago, was just a rookie, and now he's become one of the most talked about players on the team, Rome Odunze. That's right, Odunze, the young wide receiver, has been making waves through the first 3 weeks of the season, outperforming and outshining some of the veteran names we thought would be leading the charge. You see, coming into this season, many fans and analysts had high hopes for DJ Moore, who was brought in last year with big expectations and a hefty contract. Moore, a proven playmaker, was supposed to be the go-to guy for Justin Fields and the Bears' passing attack. But surprisingly, through the first 3 games, it's Odunze who's been the standout. While Moore has struggled to find his rhythm, with only 12 receptions from 16 targets, totaling just 135 yards and a single touchdown, Odunze has been the one emerging as the primary weapon. And that's a huge development for the Bears, especially considering how much we all believed Moore would be the reliable target in critical moments. Now, I know, Bears fans, it's frustrating to see Moore not living up to those expectations so far, but let's remember, football is a game of adjustments and patience. Still, the spotlight is shining brighter on Odunze, who's taking that next step in his sophomore season. After a relatively quiet rookie year, Odunze looks more confident, more aggressive, and more precise with his routes. His ability to stretch the field and make tough catches has been on display, and it's giving the Bears some much-needed offensive firepower. This is exactly what fans wanted to see: growth, development, and a young player stepping up when the team needs him most. But here's where things get even more interesting. While the Bears are happy to see Odunze flourish, there's a bit of a cloud over DJ Moore. Despite his recent struggles, Moore is still an incredibly talented veteran, and teams around the league are surely watching. And folks, there's a situation brewing that could lead to a major shakeup. You see, a recent injury to a prominent wide receiver on another team might just open the door for a trade. And that team is the New York Giants, who are in desperate need of a top receiver after Malik Nabers suffered what is believed to be a torn ACL during their game against the Chargers. This injury is huge for the Giants, not just because they lose a key player, but because it immediately creates a gap at the receiver position. Nabers was emerging as their most dangerous playmaker, and now they need someone to step in and fill that void. And that's where DJ Moore comes into the picture. The Giants, with their current roster and their rookie quarterback Jackson Dart, aren't exactly in a position to contend right now, but they are looking to build and develop talent for the future. Moore, with his experience, his route-running ability, and his knack for making big plays, would be a significant upgrade over Wan'Dale Robinson and Darius Slayton. Of course, for the Bears, parting ways with Moore wouldn't be an easy decision. Remember, he just signed a massive 4-year, $110 million extension last summer. That's a huge commitment, and his cap hit of nearly $25 million this season makes him a valuable asset, not just on the field but financially as well. Moving on from him would require a team to be overwhelmed with an enticing offer, and right now, the Bears aren't actively shopping him. But if the Giants or another team were to come knocking with a deal that blows their minds, it could become a real conversation. And let's not forget, the NFL is a business, and sometimes, circumstances change quickly. The Bears still see Moore as part of their plans, especially as they look to develop their offense under the new coaching staff led by Ben Johnson. Fans had high hopes that Moore would take another leap this year, especially after seeing what he did with Amon-Ra St. Brown in Detroit last season. But so far, that hasn't materialized. Moore is averaging just 11.3 yards per game, which is his second worst in his career, and only 3.7 yards after the catch per reception, which is also among his lowest. Those numbers aren't what we're used to seeing from him, and it's understandable that some fans are getting a little impatient. Still, we have to remember, football seasons are marathon, not sprints. Moore's experience and talent are undeniable, and there's every chance he could turn things around in the coming weeks. And with the emergence of Odunze, the Bears might find themselves with a very different wide receiver rotation by the time the season is over. It's all about how this team and these players adapt and evolve. We've seen flashes of brilliance from Moore in past seasons, and maybe it's just a matter of time before he finds his groove again under the guidance of this new coaching staff. Now, the other interesting facet of this situation is that the rookie Luther Burden III has been showing some promise, especially after his performance in Week 3 against the Dallas Cowboys. Bears fans, you know how much we love rookie storylines, right? Burden has been gaining confidence, and if he continues to develop, he could be a key piece for the offense down the stretch. But still, the question remains, will the Bears stick with Moore, or could we see some sort of trade that reshapes the receiver core? It's a fascinating scenario that's unfolding right now, and it's something fans need to keep an eye on. As the weeks go by, we'll see how this all develops. Will Moore bounce back and become the player we all expected? Or will the Bears consider moving him if an opportunity arises? And what about Odunze? Will he keep ascending and become the top target for Justin Fields? The team's future is still very much in flux, but one thing is clear. The Chicago Bears are in a period of transition, and every game, every catch, every injury, and every decision could have ripple effects that shape their season and beyond. Remember, folks, this season isn't just about individual stats or moments of brilliance. It's about the big picture, the long-term vision for this franchise. The Bears are building something, and these young players, Odunze, Burden, and even the veteran Moore, are all part of that puzzle. Whether Moore stays or moves on, the team's focus is on winning, developing talent, and ultimately returning to the top of the NFC North. And for us fans, it's an exciting time to watch these stories unfold, to see how this roster evolves, and to hope that someday soon we'll be celebrating a new Super Bowl run. So, Bears fans, keep your eyes on this situation. It's a roller coaster, and we're all in it together. Will Moore stay? Will he be traded? How will Odunze's rise influence the offense going forward? These questions are what make this season so intriguing. And remember, the NFL is unpredictable, just like our beloved Chicago Bears. We're all riding this wave together, and I promise there's plenty more drama and excitement ahead. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, keep supporting your Bears no matter what. Because at the end of the day, we're all part of this family, and we believe in the potential of this team to turn things around. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news.